And now, it's time for the Thamesmen.
Oh, you're back. You are back. It is the same as the name of Joe Bonamassa's guitar. He has risen. Is that Lazarus? No, he was the traitor, wasn't he?
Well, no, well, you know, you really
Lazarus,
are.
No, I'm thinking of Judas. Sorry, you're not Judas. You're Lazarus.
No, I'm not. I am Lazarus. I'm back from the dead, risen up. Hello, everyone. My name's Alex. I'm in San Francisco, and I am recovering from COVID.
I am George, and thank God I'm in another room. So I'm in Los Angeles.
Thank God for all you disbelievers out there. But thank God I got the injection. I tell you,
really made a difference.
If I got this ill with 3 injections, I honestly, get out there, everyone, and get your injection. I don't think I would have made it. Seriously,
really, was it rough?
Yeah.
You sounded really rough the other day. Really rough. I was worried about you.
I was rougher than a badger's arse with sandpaper on the bottom. I tell you, which is pretty rough.
You know, you're an expert in badger's arse, are you?
Sandpaper, yes. Badger's arse is probably not. You know?
You can make a good estimate, I suppose.
So, what am I back from the dead for?
Well, finally, after all that talking, we are here for Bowie Week, and we've now Alex is he's got a certain amount of knowledge about Bowie. I have very little. Obviously, I've heard a lot of his songs, but I don't really know a lot. It was sort of something that sort of passed me by as another track at the time. And so our subscriber and patron, Suzati, has put us on the right track. And she's put together a compiled list, which we have going to run through, and for a selection of Bowie tracks.
Well, I think, we could obviously spend a year on this. And Suzati's put a great list, 5 tracks, 5 days. And we've covered the whole genre, probably the best there are out there of videos of Bowie. I'm going to talk about Bowie in a minute, but and then we could. I love his Ziggy Stardust era. I love the whole glam rock era. So he's done so many different genres. We could spend a week on each genre, but this one's a curated list to show the best, really.
Excellent. And we've got notes. We've actually got notes as well about each of our tracks. So, do we want to start with the notes on the first one, shall we?
Well, first of all, before we get in there, let's talk about Bowie, right? This is a whole big old name debate. So I am pretentious, so I say Bowie. And then some say Bowie, some say Barry, some say potato, some say potato. And then I went back and I looked, and Bowie says Bowie.
And how do you say your son's name?
Zoe.
Your son's name is Zoe Bowie?
Yeah. My name's David Bowie.
This is David Bowie singing Golden Years. I'll be David Bowie.
Oh, I'm David Bowie. I live down the road.
Oh. Is this the real David Bowie?
Okay. Yeah, he said, "Hello, I'm David Bowie." Right. Okay. And, and it's like, I thought if anyone was going to clear up the name, I think it was him.
But kind of, it's his name, isn't it, after all?
Well, you're dissing him. He's not here to answer, is he?
No, I think he's probably right, isn't he? So yeah, good for him.
His choice. So
Bowie.
I'm going to bow under pressure and call him David Bowie.
Did you say Bowie though?
No, it's a bit between the both. It's Bowie. So
now we've cleared that up. That's brilliant. I'm completely confused, and yeah,
I'm like the United Nations. Ukraine, sort me out. Yeah, bring me in. I can keep everyone happy. I'll just say like, Bowie.
Okay,
all right. So the first track, what we got on day one. Well, we don't know what order these going out, but Yeah,
it depends which order the governors at YouTube let them out. Really, isn't it?
Governor of YouTube who blocks us.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you see that other Bowie video that we did is that now unblocked again, so that's good. Anyway,
well, so what that was, ladies and gentlemen, we put out a track 5 years. Go and check it out. Fantastic track. We put it out. It went up for about 3 hours. Then the governor knocked on the door.
Yeah.
Blocked us. Came down, slapped me twice, blocked it. About a day later, unblocked it for no reason. And I think that's because Bowie went out and said, "Oh, yay. and just sorted it out.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened there. But anyway, it's back in all its glory. So anyway, so we're starting with this is actually a bit of everything. This is Bowie with Lennox, Annie Lennox, and Queen. So the track's Under Pressure. And this was in this performance, this is after Freddie Mercury had passed, and Annie Lennox is taking the part which Freddie Mercury would have sung, but and the Queen's back it. This was written in 1981 when Queen and Bowie ran into each other in Mountain Studios in Montreux. Everyone received songwriting credit, although it's generally perceived that Bowie worked on lyrics and Mercury on the music. Each member of Queen contributed. Brian May said about this, it was hard because you had 4 very precocious boys and David, who was precocious enough for all of us, which probably makes sense. Queen had this as a live staple that they played it regularly, but Bowie did not perform it live until the Freddie Mercury tribute concert in 91, as we see here. So this is like the first time he did it. He then performed it on the Outside tour. Interestingly, at the time, this was only the 2nd UK #1 for Queen and the 3rd for Mr. Bowie.
Wow, cool! I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be great. Okay, so this is recorded at Wembley, huh?
I believe so. Yeah, in 91. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Are we ready?
Let's do it. Let's get the genius of Bowie.
So, okay. Tell me when you're ready, sir.
Count me in.
3, 2, 1, go.
Guy looks great. They both look great.
She looks amazing. Look at that.
Straight away.
Pushing down on me, pushing down on you. No man is born under pressure. Birds are breaking down, streets are falling into. Which people on streets.
Perfect.
The most exquisite animals.
Wow.
Wow.
That sent shivers up my spine at the end.
I thought it was just COVID, but I got absolutely goosebumps everywhere.
That was amazing. But she is fantastic.
I always knew she was good. I didn't know she was that good.
I know we're here to talk about David Bowie, but
Yes.
But Annie Lennox, though, I when I first came to LA, I think she came for she did a show with the Eurythmics in early 2000s or something like that. And I went and saw them at the Staples Center, the big arena downtown. Oh my God. It was one of the most amazing shows. She was so good. But anyway, that's another story.
She's like the female version of Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, I mean, perfect choice to step into his shoes. You know, that's a really hard gig to do, you know, sort of thing. But but that energy between her and David, like, you know, where that last moment where she's just sort of like, you know, up close, that was amazing.
It was so believable. It was, you know, they were doing a performance and the way she draped over and snuggled into his shoulder and they both sang, and it was like a black hole. You get stuck. It was brilliant.
And just like they looked amazing. Just like you know, their eye contact and their just perfect, really perfect. You know what I thought of, and I don't know how. You know, do you remember like the golden era of Hollywood where you had these amazing sort of actors who were just sort of beautifully dressed, incredibly professional. They were like the top of their game. You know, the sort of the Stewarts and all those guys. You know, from back in the sort of 50s and the 60s of Hollywood. Bowie is like that. In the music world, he is like a lost god. You know, it's like an era that we don't have that same like style, like that same pure presence. I mean, there are great rock stars now, don't get me wrong, but people like David Bowie are like, I don't know if you could be that big, you know, that iconic.
Well, I think he's just a transmedia artist. That he worked in film, he worked in sound, he worked in fashion, you know, and he knew his whole stage presence. He went through different genres from glam rock to the White Duke to everything. And every 10 years or every 7 years, he changed into a different persona and fashion and teeth and hair, everything all changed. And he carried on going through. He never stopped in one era. He was transmedia. He did everything and he was fully aware of his image. From a really early stage. He wasn't up there with patches and denim. You know, he studied mime with a very famous French mime artist for quite a few years. And you'll see that all that stage presence will all come through. But his equal there was Annie Lennox.
Oh, and then your backing band is Queen. Come on.
So again, on the notes, who did the music and who did the lyrics?
I think it was that. What did it say here? It was Bowie did the lyrics.
Yes. So that bass it reminds me of which was what a great hook. It reminded me Another One Bites the Dust, right? So it was just that rhythm led, backline led bass, but then just much more exquisite lyrics on top. That's what I thought. The lyrics were great on it, and it started off and it was like, oh yeah, and it turned into an absolute masterpiece.
Yeah, and with that crowd in that setting for that moment, you know, it was everything about that came together just perfectly.
I'm going to go back and watch that again. That was really one of those magical moments.
Yeah, it was.
I'm really so glad I saw that.
What a great way to start. That is perfect. Excellent. So.
Right, okay, guys. So we're obviously in Bowie week now. We've got a whole week, or we might be midweek, depending on when these come out.
Depending on the governor.
Depending on the governor, YouTube governor of Bowie. So this is curated by Cesati, one of our patrons and subscribers. So they're all going to be absolute classic tracks of Bowie, picked by someone who knows Bowie. So Bowie. So let's see what's next.
Excellent. So please hit the bell, like, subscribe. Follow, keep up. There'll be more to come.
Best of Bowie. Take Bowie. Oh, take care. See you on the flip side.
See you later.